G'day, Jason Wood, that Trackman guy from Thornley Golf Centre, coming to you this afternoon with a product video on the new Callaway Steelhead XR irons. Now, those of you who've been around the game as long as I have or more will pretty much have seen this design of golf club from the back before. The original X Series irons from Callaway Golf, the X12, the X14, definitely had this kind of profile from the back. So it's a little bit of a case of this is the new black. Is it a different golf club? Well, it certainly is. It's constructed differently for a first point of view. This is a 360-degree cup face, and it's actually designed and made and manufactured in several parts, whereas the original series were just cast as one block. So very, very forgiving, very, very quick off the face. And this has a new bar in the back like a lot of the modern irons have. It's like a polymer bar that kind of deadens the sound a little bit so they don't sound as tingy as they once do, and they sound very, very solid off the face. This is definitely one of the new generation of irons to also use the new XP95 stepless steel shaft. It's a true temper shaft that's been around in a step form for a little while. I'm not 100% certain whether the step one feels a great deal different, but it certainly looks pretty cool when you pick it up and have a look down there. Feels very nice. There's a matrix graphite one as well as a standard offering. One of the big features about this though is how many hybrids are available in this set. So you can actually get a 3-iron, which hardly anybody has nowadays. Very, very few golfers carrying 3-iron, or certainly hitting the ball hard enough or consistently enough to make a real good use of it. But one of the things with the new Steelhead XR is that there's a hybrid 3, 4, 5 and 6 available, both right hand and left hand and in ladies. So that means that you can actually choose how many hybrids you have to replace those numbered irons. 3-iron and 4-iron for most golfers who are medium speed certainly don't flight the ball anywhere near as well as a modern hybrid. And a lot of people now will probably end up going 3, 4 and maybe 5 in the hybrids and then pick up the irons from 6 down. The one thing you'll find if you've not tried a hybrid before, they're an awful lot more versatile. You can certainly get an awful lot more good shots from bad lies, I suppose is the best thing. You know, you hit a 4-iron off a really good lie on the fairway, maybe off a tee it works okay. But when you hit a 4 hybrid, you could hit it from a poor lie, maybe in the rough, maybe, you know, in a bunker, anything like that. It still does the same things as your 4-iron would do, but you'll find that it's a bit more versatile. So I totally expect an awful lot of people, when we fit you on the Trackman for this, to definitely be going for a mixed set rather than a standard traditional set of 3 to sandwich. Ball through hosel has come back, or hosel as you may call it, on these irons. That certainly adds to the feel of the golf clubs. This is a really nice club. It looks well. I hit some balls with it earlier on. The performance was superb. The lofts of these golf clubs over the years have increased a little bit, decreased a little bit, and actually gone a little bit more forwards. So you tend to find nowadays that most players hit the ball a little bit longer than they once did, just because of the design of the iron. But one of the surprising things is that a lot of the irons where the lofts have been strengthened tend to hit the ball quite low. I hit some balls with this afternoon and had definitely an amazingly good flight with the iron shots, even with the stronger face. So you get the benefit of hitting it a little bit longer, but still getting enough flight to be able to drop the balls down when you're hitting into the greens. I also think that one of the key components with a set like this is to make sure you buy a gap wedge. Most people don't really know about the gap wedge as a golf club, but because all of the numbered irons are essentially one loft stronger than they once were, the gap wedge is really the club that replaced your old pitching wedge. If you buy a set with a standard pitching wedge, you'll find that the face loft is somewhere in the mid-40s degrees, and if you haven't got a gap wedge, which typically has around 50 on it, you'll definitely find yourself struggling for a golf club around about the 100-meter mark. Who's this really designed for? Well, I think this is fair to say that this is a middle to advanced standard players club. There are certainly clubs out there that are a bit more forgiving on miss hits. The Big Bertha version of this from Callaway would certainly get a bit more flight up in the air and definitely get you away with a bit more of a miss hit. But this is really, you know, more of a performance golf club. Maybe you've had a go with the Apex. That's their top line product. This is going to be priced a little bit underneath the Apex, and I think if you come in and have a fitting, we can Trackman some numbers, we can look at how far your golf club goes. I'd be really surprised, particularly if your irons are more than a couple of years old. I'd be really, really surprised if you didn't find there was much of a difference. So come down and see us, come and have a go with the new Callaway Steelhead XR iron. I'm sure you'll do well with it. I'm sure you'll like the look of it and the feel of it, and we're here to help you anytime. Jason Wood from Thornley Golf Centre. Catch you again next time.